I keep waiting for ways for Microsoft to kind of disappoint me, and I don't really mean to harp on that. You know what I mean? I'm saying, because I feel like that things are changing somewhat, and I think Microsoft is definitely jumping the gun with some of the changes that they're implementing. They're probably too early, which is going to end up costing them, hardware down the road. But even kind of remiss of that, when you see stuff like this and like this incredibly disappointing news, and it always seems to come at like the worst possible time for Microsoft, just to say a little bit about it. But I do feel like there may be somewhat tone deaf to what's going on. Possibly. Listen, I think it really kind of comes down to what each and all of us kind of feel specifically about what's going on at Xbox. If it's something that you're okay with, then hey, you're probably going to be annoyed by my videos, or at least some of them, and you're going to be pissed off or whatever, for me calling it out or whatever. But I want to get into this because it should be an interesting video. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I do daily gaming content, and again, that's something that not everybody can kind of talk about or whatever, but hey, I do, and I try my best. So if you guys do enjoy that kind of stuff, please watch the videos. Now, we know that Xbox games are coming to PlayStation, right? We know that's just the way that it's going to be, and there's not really much we can do about it at this point. But doesn't it feel like there's a certain like slap in the face to some of this? I mean, to me anyway. What we're kind of starting to see is like possibility that like Fable is delayed and they're going to release that day and date on PlayStation. I mean, that game was promised as an Xbox exclusive game, and the fact that it would be delayed and come out at the same time on PlayStation seems like a slap in the face. But this one seems very much like maybe even a bigger slap in the face. Forza Horizon 5 is going to play best on the PS5 Pro. Again, Microsoft, this is the same company that refused to support and release a PS5 version of the game Psychonauts 2, right? They only released an Xbox Series X version of that game in terms of the current gen stuff, right? So they really refused to do that, and now they're releasing the absolute best version of their flagship franchise on the competing platform. The competing platform, by the way, that is absolutely trying to still run them out of business, right? Think about that for a second. I just really think, that's something that is going to continue to kind of happen or whatever. But this is crazy to me, right? This is really crazy. So Forza Horizon 5 is releasing April 29th. It's going to play best on the PS5 Pro as Xbox Game Studios pledges full support for Sony's enhanced system. According to a blog post of the game's official website, the open world racer will feature two graphics options on all Sony's consoles: performance mode targeting 60 and quality mode targeting 30. However, if you play on the PS5 Pro, you'll experience improved visual fidelity in performance mode and ray traced car reflections in quality mode. So some definitely meaningful improvements for owners of the souped up PlayStation 5 system. It's particularly positive news for fans looking to pick up any other Xbox's games coming to the PlayStation 5, including Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It means they're all likely to play best on Sony's new system. Obviously, that's probably, people think that's console fodder or whatever. I don't really necessarily look at it like that. I look at it as, Microsoft is really kind of treating their own Xbox owners as second-class citizens, and I realize that that game's a little bit older or whatever, but future iterations won't be, and that's the thing. When you look at this kind of stuff and you say, oh well, I know some people try to believe that it's only going to be older games, or it's only going to be it's not going to be day one, et cetera, et cetera. That's not going to be the case. When Microsoft started doing this whole Latitude stuff, it's just one of those things where certain games that were already fully ahead in the in the development process, you would have had to delay quite a bit to be able to get them out day and date with PlayStation, like Indiana Jones, for instance. So obviously, this is a situation where the future games are going to like fully support PlayStation, and those are going to be supported on the PS5 Pro. So Xbox franchise titles, flagship titles, playing best on PlayStation hardware. It's such a weird thing for me. It's such a thing that I never really thought would happen, and it's unfortunate. I guess, but a sign of the times. I'm not sure that there's anything that Microsoft can do to ever recapture, that part of like the fan base that they've lost, thanks to kind of the way that they've handled some of these different things. But I hope that they can actually rebound somewhat. I don't know how do you rebound from this stuff though, right? Like I get it, like, but how do you just go from having this console and I guess caring about the platform and things to utterly just not caring at all? Like I don't understand how that is even a thing. It's realistically kind of upsetting as a fan, to kind of see how this has kind of changed and how they've absolutely kind of destroyed any kind of hope that a lot of us had for the platform in the first place. So, I really do hope that they kind of figure things out and get things going in a more meaningful way. But right now it's just crazy that they're doing this. It's like I'm kind of shaking my head. You know what I mean? It's like, especially like that these companies lie, right? We all know that these companies lie. It's not a shock. It's not a surprise. All companies lie. But I think that the shock comes from the fact that, the way that overall these companies, they'll lie kind of a little bit here or there about certain things. But Microsoft and Phil Spencer in particular really just go out of their way to, to really hurt the fans, it feels like, make us feel like crap. So, I don't know what we'll see in the future from Microsoft, but I do know that they don't really seem to care about what we want or what we kind of want to see as fans. Like, so I'm not sure where they're going to go from here or what's going to happen from here, but what I do know is that Microsoft needs to kind of rethink some of the ways that they're doing things, because the way that they're doing things right now just doesn't really seem like it's working. I don't know. It's like I like the Xbox platform. I like some of the stuff that they're doing, obviously, but the leadership, the core leadership at Xbox just really feels like they don't know what they're doing. I honestly just think that it's something that is just ingrained in them right now. It's like they're not paying attention to what fans are asking for, because I see every day fans are asking for exclusive games. They're asking for things to kind of change. They're asking, hey, pay attention to what we're kind of asking of you guys, and it's just like Microsoft is just giving a big FU to everybody, and that's not exactly a good thing to do when you're in business. I understand that it is business and it's all about money and all that kind of stuff, but at the same point in time, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, how can they do this to the fans, man? The fans that have been loyal and they stuck with Xbox through like this extended period of time. I don't personally get it. A lot of people waited around because Xbox kept promising to, hey, we're going to get, more studios, we're going to get more games, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then, that stuff really, by the time they got any kind of games ready or anything, they didn't have any, most of these things aren't exclusive, and, it's unfortunate because this year, which was supposed to be like this really, really huge year for Xbox, ended up not being, a great year. It's crazy to me that this is kind of happening. It honestly is, and I hope that something happens. That we kind of get some finality from this one way or another. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinion. Are you an Xbox fan? How do you feel about Xbox games playing best on the competing platform? let me know down below. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.